And as O'Nelly finishes, Arthur Gernstein's got something to say. He's like, you seeing this, kid? You seeing what those impudent, greedy cockroaches have come up with? They want our movie theaters, kid. Our movie theaters. They've just gone crazy for no reason. I've already run the rounds of my so-called friends. Every branch of government, they're slamming the door in my face. They want to dig into Gene Fuller's panties. They line themselves right up. The one time I need help. But forget it, kid. We don't need to talk about these imbeciles. The wind isn't blowing in our favor. They made that much clear. But we can still hold off the inevitable so the hammer doesn't come down right away. Buy us maybe 2 or 3 more years. I've already got a team of lawyers, lobbyists, and other specialists in the art of persuasion. Of course, all this is expensive. I can't afford it myself. That's why I'm collecting a little from everyone. I've already talked to Litvin and the others. We need your contribution too. I mean, how can you say no? I'll send the details in an envelope through my assistant. It's nothing too scary. And don't think I'm ripping you off. Everybody's pitching in equally. That's the main thing to remember, kid. We're in this together. Together! Yeah, right. How much money are you asking from me? Uh-huh. Well, I mean, you know, if from a practical standpoint, them taking our theaters is going to hurt me more than everyone. So, I mean, theoretically, I should be more willing to contribute than everyone. If I didn't already know the reality of the situation. But I'm going to role play this a little bit, you know? Like, I don't know what's going to happen, right? Got to. Hey, Nelly is pinned at 9. Knew that was going to happen. And we can go through any of these to get it distributed. So I'm recording this on the day where the developers for this game are supposed to be announcing something about Act 2. And I don't exactly know what that announcement will be. I don't know what they're going to do there. So I am curious on how this is going to go. Mostly because, you know, like, is it going to lead me directly into Act 2 or not? I would love to just take this series and just keep going. But here's the thing, and I want everybody... this is a little weird, and it's something I've never done before, because typically I want everything to feel cohesive. I want everything to sort of flow in one series, one playlist. But I'm just telling you up front, just so anyone who's still watching this doesn't get super surprised by it later, okay? If they are going to let me take Act 2 and just go from Act 1 and flow into Act 2, if that's going to be possible, then it's going to be a separate playlist. It will still be me continuing from this point, though. Okay, I'm not going to replay Act 1 if I don't have to. So we'll continue and flow into Act 2, but Act 2 will be a separate playlist. So it'll end up being something where it's like, you've watched this playlist, now go watch the next one. It's not kind of like, it's not exactly like a television show. You know, it's not exactly like, you know what? Actually, I want more tricks here. I don't have a lot here. So why don't I try this? Because this thing is going to have all the bonuses at 9.0. So I think I could just do this and we can make sure this thing is going for a long time. Like, we could go all the way to here with the advertising even. I think so. I'm just going to spend it here because O'Nelly's going to just rock the house, right? It's going to be awesome for everybody. So we're just going to go ahead and do that. I've got 3 dirty tricks that are just going to keep pumping the numbers up as we go. It should make me an enormous amount of money, that movie. So we'll be good to go there. On the pre-production side, sets and props work 10% faster. This is an interesting upgrade path here for pre-production now for me, because I'm really not sure which one of these is going to be more impactful. I mean, let's assume for a moment that Act 2 lets me carry on, right? Which one of these is going to matter more? And like, unless their skill level is able to go to higher than 10 stars, there's really no reason for me to even explore double XP, unless we have to also consider this though, too. If we're going to go into other decades, then chances are some of our really high skilled people, they're getting up there in years. Going to have to be replaced by younger people, and those younger people need more experience, right? So maybe, you know, it's 1,500 days baseline. It's not great. as far as timing goes. It's completely irrelevant to me for this playlist. But, you know, if we're going to the late 60s and stuff later, then this is kind of matter. Amazing quality sets could definitely be good. It's a little bit cheaper on the time scale of things, but I'm already pretty invested in location scouting, which brings me to scouts working faster, which would be kind of nice. Movies can be made faster, but then again, I'm already a studio with more than enough tools to make movies very fast anyway. So am I really getting a lot of value out of this when I could instead make sure that I can get a lot of extras? So I don't think there's anything here that really screams to me, hey, this is the best pick. So yeah, like I'm gonna go ahead and invest in the extras. I think I'm not sure. Like this is one where it's like, hey, you're gonna invest all this time and money into the ability to spend more money. Is kind of what that is, right? But that extra money could kick over and make 10-star movies a little bit easier. When like, you know, if we're like overkilling it, right? Like if there's some other type of event that would have normally brought it down under 10, but this popped it up above it, then maybe this is gonna pay for itself, probably. But I don't know. Sets and props working faster doesn't make them higher quality. And like I said, I've already got tools in place to make things faster, even with second team. And I'm honestly, with the way this is going so far, I think it'll be fairly straightforward. So all in all, I actually think if I was going to prepare for the future, I think I would actually go for double XP. I think this is actually where I would go if I'm preparing for the future, because like the older generation of stars that are, you know, already 10 stars and stuff, and they're not getting any more experience, these guys are going to eventually get replaced by younger generations, and those guys will need trained faster, and directors and cinematographers are no exception to that. So I think I would probably, if we're planning for the future, I would probably choose one of these two things. And because I think because this one is a bit more timely, the people who are getting older, but they're still going to be around in a couple years. So I think this one is probably the better one, and it's a little bit shorter timer with the same investment. The influence is already over 10,000. I could even make this a faster thing, even get it in 456 days instead. That's incredibly fast compared to the baseline. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. We're going to go 500 extras there, but that's one of those things where, like, if I'm planning for the future, if I'm like thinking about it from the perspective of someone who's going to keep playing into the next couple of decades, then that's the one I would get. But the chances of us playing into the next couple of decades are up in the air at this point. I think this will probably be the last Hollywood Animal video that I record, honestly, until I know that information. Because if it's going to be to the point where we're not going to be able to continue, then I think this is the finale, honestly. I've already pretty much achieved everything I've set out to achieve in this, other than getting Wendy Carpenter to be maxed out. I mean, that's it. For me, that's really all that matters. You know, them taking away my theaters, like, yeah, I guess I could see what that's like, but I kind of already know what that's like. Rudy Ross is back, and he's welcoming us to the 14th Annual Pollux Awards. And it's not like we're going to be able to see the conclusion of the code either, because the Hays Code went until 1968. So it's like whatever. I just don't think... yeah, Hollywood is proud of everyone who made it home and everyone who could not. I don't know... That looked like a typo in the sentence, but it's fine. He's not really one for jokes, this guy. Yeah, so I'm thinking about, like, if we got to the point where they're not going to let me carry on and I have to replay it again, I don't have an interest in doing that. I'm just being upfront with you. I don't have an interest in replaying Act 1 to get to Act 2. And it's like in the future I will, but not right away, right? I think this game is... I mean, I've said this in a lot of times in there, but if this is your first series with me, then you probably haven't heard it before. This game is played at this point, you know? We played it. It's done. Like, we're good. I get it, you know? And there's not a whole lot left on the sake of value for it, other than figuring out, like, what GERNSTEIN's going to do in 30 days, and then he's probably going to go to the Supreme Court. He's going to want, like, probably 5 or 6 million from me or something like that, 10 million contribution from everybody or whatever, right? Maybe even more. And then, you know, what happens if I don't give it to him? Do I even have the choice not to give it to him? If I don't give it to him, am I, like, out of the FSAA now? Because, I mean, I guess, what does that even matter at this point? I'm not going to participate in awards. Maybe actors will be less likely to join with me. because they can't win Pollux awards anymore. I mean, the Pollux has been a net benefit to me. I shouldn't want to leave it just because of $10 million. I could get substantially more money by having award-winning people on my side. So it's like it's a cost that is worth it, I guess. Even if he wants like 100 million, which is incredibly steep for something that I know will fail in the end. But you know, if it delays it a couple years, I can probably make that 100 million back. I don't know. Anyway, we didn't win Best Screenplay and we didn't win Best Actress because I didn't have any films eligible for Best Actress. Screenplay I was nominated for, but ultimately we did not get that. But we got everything else, and that matters. Life in a Barrel was always destined to be Best Film. It was just a really A+. It's a big A+ movie, huh? We'll pay our $10 million in taxes, and then I'll skip you guys ahead to the part where these guys are not being established for every single thing one at a time. I'll be right back. Oh? Bill Horton got himself beaten by Evergreen. I mean, they're still on it. You know, they're still coming after me and everything. Anthony Reese is going to get his 2 stars. Fantastic. He's now locked at 9. He could lift his lock, but I don't think so. I think I'm going to leave him at 9 for now. It seems pretty expensive to invest all that. Like a 9 actor is not a big deal. You don't need everybody at 10. But I don't know. Let's see what Arthur Gernstein's got in store for us. So he's gathering resources for Supreme Court defense. This is actually not bad. He's raising awareness for a team of specialists to delay the ban on movie theater ownership as long as possible. The team is scheduled to begin work in mid-March. Okay, well, almost now. Supreme Court's verdict is expected in August, yes. And then they, if my history serves me correctly, will then give us like a grace period in which there's like a transition period. It's not like you instantly don't own them. It's sort of like there's like a transition period for it. So because it doesn't happen in 1946. So there's going to be, if they're ruling in August, then there's definitely like a 12-month thing or whatever. I don't remember all those details. Anyway, $2 million, $35,000 in cash, and 1,000 influence is nothing. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that, and it's fine. 8.0 actor, Langsam. You are capped. If I wanted to get you, I would need to uncap you. So here's what I'm going to do. Because you are pretty good. You're 38. You're going to be around for the next couple decades, I would think. It'd be nice to have you above an 8. So what I'll do is I'll hire you for 1 movie for $470,000. All right. And then what we'll do is, now that you're in, I'll go ahead and try to lift your limits. Script department is finally available. 10 stories. 10 story elements finally available. It has happened, guys. We can now make 10-star movies. It's incredible. This doesn't have, I have no value here in this anymore. I don't think I have value for this one anymore. Yeah, same thing here. Like pretty much everything in this tree over is just no longer valuable to me. Not much anyway. I don't think the script doctor is going to matter to me much, and therefore this entire tree doesn't matter to me as much because I am the script doctor. Okay, I know what I'm doing. I'm making great movies. I know what I'm doing. And so then it becomes up here. This one seems like it could have value, especially writing twice as fast and things. This one here doesn't matter to me too much. And then there's sequels, which a lot of people have noted that they'd like to see me try sequels. And I think that if I was going to, progress further and further and further into the campaign, if we're going to go into Act 2, then I would probably want to go down this path and sequels just to get them. Worthy success or fresh take, I'm not sure. I think this is probably pretty good, and there's a separate interface for this too, is what I've been told. So why don't we go ahead and speed this up? I'll put everything into it, and we'll speed it up to 558 or 85 days. Again, I don't have any idea whether or not we're going to be able to use it, but I'll push it as fast as I can. All right, there, I put everything into it. All right, this is the day before yesterday, and it is going to be nearly a 9. Wow. History tells me that our post-production team is incapable of raising an 8.6 to a 9, but who knows? Different days, different times. I need a 10-star here, right? I need to get you guys leveled up. I think maybe Anne. I think I'm going to try to lift Anne's limits. So we'll put you 2 in, and I've heard mixed results on Amazing and Hot and using your own studio and stuff. I've heard like some comments, and I went to the forums and stuff, and I've heard mixed results on people not being able to lift it with Amazing in situations where their own studio would have been able to. I'm gonna go here. I don't know if that's the right call here, but I want to test it out and see. So we'll go like that. And then I did want to start maybe repairing some buildings. There are a few buildings out here that I think could use a little bit of work. Namely, the film school is one of them. And was there another one? I forget. I thought there was another one that I wasn't doing. Oh, the trash pit. We're not actually doing anything with this, and I wanted to, get the rest of them. So we have a lot of combinations we haven't explored yet. So let's go ahead and do that. Annoying suitor, a curse, crime and necessity. Let's grab... Ooh, you guys are supposed to be my 10 movies. I'm not going to commit you guys to this. That doesn't make any sense. Here, let's commit you to the story is, right? We now have 10 story elements, so let's go ahead and get those scripts finalized. Okay. So I wanted to get Coming Home and Aftermath, right? These ones were ones that I wanted to edit. So drama, An American Town. I got to refresh myself. It's been over a week since the last video was recorded. So war veteran, coming home to a worried wife, surviving in wartime, testing everything, war is hell. Okay, so I'm trying to imagine where I was going at in my head at the time. I'm thinking... because I can add a 10th element to it now, which unlocks it being a 10-star movie, right? And I'm thinking perhaps even social rejection could be there. People don't... I don't know why that would be the case. Like, for Vietnam War, this makes sense. Soldiers coming home. But not for World War II. I think pretty much people are, like, overwhelmingly rejoiced and supportive of World War II veterans when they came home. I don't know if there was a whole lot of the whole animosity of, we shouldn't have been over there and all that stuff. I don't think that was a thing. So we're not going to do that. A close one dies makes sense here in this story, actually. I think so. It's not really a twist of fate or a villainous plot, though. And I don't think there's any reason to really do any of these. No highbrow humor, generational conflict. I don't think that's going to be a case. Maybe profanity could add something to this story. It's possible. Just it adds a bit of realism, human beings and how we react to situations and stuff. It could do that. We do have fragmented narratives, so it's possible to have battle scenes and stuff in the movie because we're, flashbacks and things like that. Although flashbacks doesn't seem to be an element here. So I'm kind of like thinking that the flashback, I'm kind of putting flashbacks into fragmented narrative. It's not quite how that works, but I'm kind of lumping it in there because it has that kind of style of fragmenting the narrative and moving back and forth through time. And, telling the story non-linearly is kind of where we are there. I wonder on the character side, this does cost me more money to do this, but like I have money, so fine. So we could maybe go in and have... angry boss, annoying suitor, brother in arms. We could do something like that. Companion who fights shoulder to shoulder with the main character. I don't know if it necessarily works with... Because he's a veteran, he's coming home. But it doesn't really fit with sidekick for me. Faithful companion, yeah, I guess so. He's not fighting here, that's the thing. This soldier is not fighting. He's already fought. I think I'm going to bring the profanity into it. I think he can add something to this. It's the general realism of everything for him, like how he's reacting to situations. Maybe he's reacting quite poorly, and part of that anger and frustration and sort of that stress that he's feeling can definitely create, language in that manner. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put Alton Robinson on this, is what I wanted him to do because he's the drama guy. First, I'm going to give him a couple of gifts just to bring that loyalty up as high as I can. I still don't have the wardrobe. That's crazy. And I think I also want to put an agent on you because you're a really great writer. So we're going to go ahead and do that too. And then I'm going to choose you to write this story in 139 days. Okay, so we've got that one taken care of. And then there's Aftermath. And this is one that comes with the War Widow. It's a similar story, but now it's told from the woman's perspective. It's told from the widow's side of things is kind of where I was at on this one. So we have a very similar thing going on down here. But in this case, the widow is unsure of her future and is trying to struggle with the reality of progressing through life and getting through this tough time with her husband that died. And that's the protagonist's close one that dies. So I think for the sake of this theme, I could bring profanity into it again, but I don't know if that necessarily fits with the 1946 widow's perspective. I don't think it does. So instead, I'm looking at other elements that we can add here. I don't know if another character is appropriate. Forced union doesn't make sense. We're not going to turn this into a love interest thing. We're not going to bother with the angry boss thing, although maybe if she has to get a job, right? Her husband died. So, I mean, maybe this person is upset with how she performs because she's distracted or something, but I think that's a little weak. And I think maybe this, I don't think we have another supporting character that makes sense here. So I'm gonna bring that out. And instead, let's give this one, it has fragmented narrative as well. Is that yeah, I think that's okay. Struggle for Better Life makes sense. Struggle for Better Life makes sense. All right, let's pop that in there. And this is another drama. We don't have another drama writer, but I want Fred Wright on this film. So we're going to let him do this like that. 139 days for that. And then the last one I was looking to do is Pass the Torch, I think, right? Charismatic Criminal in the Caribbean. It's a more fun movie. It's more pirate movie, right? We have a drama adventure. Ooh, did I put the wrong writer on that? I think I just put did I just put the adventure writer on that? I might not have the right. I might have flipped up the writers how I wanted to do this, but it's okay. So this is like our Jack Sparrow-ish sort of charismatic criminal who's going through. We have the drama, adventure. We could have a little bit of comedy in it, I suppose. We have catchy one-liners. So perhaps we take the drama and we swap it to a comedy. If I did this, does it still fit? Probably 65-35. Does it still fit the script we've done? Betrayal, alcohol, one-liners, long journey, boy becomes a man. I still think it fits. I think we could make this work. For the themes, now that we're dealing with a comedy, though, I've switched it up because I don't think I need the... I mean, it's still an adventure movie. But I think we're going to avoid profanity on this one. This is like the Disney pirate movie doesn't really have a lot of that, so, or like any of it really. There are shootouts though, and that does make sense for a pirate movie for sure. He's a charismatic criminal, so that makes sense. I am curious though if we should have an antagonist. If we should have somebody who's going after him. And like where the betrayal is in the story if we don't have an antagonist, right? Like why betrayal if we don't have an antagonist? I think what I'm going to do here is as much as I don't want to do it because it's a pirate movie, I'm going to take alcohol out of it. Because I think everything else here fits better with what my script is. The alcohol, I think, is the one thing of all of these that I can remove and still make the comedy adventure pirate movie make sense. And so the antagonist for this one... I don't think a corrupt official makes sense. It is a pirate after all. He is a criminal. There is no doubt about it. He absolutely is a criminal. So maybe it's the whole square enforcer. Square enforcer could make sense here. Old friend turned enemy makes more sense. But now if I do this, I need to bring betrayal. Oh, betrayal is here. Yeah, I took the other one out. This makes more sense then. So we have betrayal. Old friend turned enemy. That makes sense. The rival part... I don't know if that fits anymore because this is kind of the rival as is. So we can swap this out and let's bring a damsel in distress into it. Let's get a female in here because we don't have any women in this. And I think we probably should. I'm thinking of like the whole Jack Sparrow situation. There is kind of a love interest situation and it's a sort of a weird love triangle thing going on there, but it's never really serious from her perspective. It's always like a casual, it's not really serious from his perspective either. Like he doesn't care. He's just looking for, you know, a good time kind of thing. Let's do that. Let's do the damsel in distress. We can leave these alone. But I gotta bring some woman into this and give a reason for the character to want to pursue something other than this. Like I need a side mission for him, a side quest for him, and I think this is where we're gonna go there. Okay, so and that's a 10. Like it's a fresh story element permanently, so it's fine. So there we go. And then this is my detective writer. Yeah. So I put my adventure writer on the other film. That's not how I should have done it. I wonder if I can change that. Honestly, he's a 9.0. He's probably going to make a great script anyway, right? I don't think it's going to matter too much. Let's let him do it anyway. I don't think it's going to matter too much. Okay. So that's all my writers that I have. However, if we take a look at like Harley here, he just needs to, he's uncapped. So we just need to get him some scripts. Same thing with Matthew, uncapped, just get him some scripts. Joe is locked at 9. Might want to look at, because he's writing subtle with that. Once you're done writing that, I might look to, I might look to uncap you. I don't know. 9 is a really tough sell for me to uncap because you're so close to 10. I don't feel like there's a whole lot of value in that huge half-year investment. That's a 50-50 chance. There's just so much money invested in that I don't think it's going to pay for itself. If you were like capped at 8, that makes sense for me, but I think 9 is a little bit of a stretch. Then I no longer have any writers, so I won't be able to do anything with this, even though I'd like to see what these are. So once I get a writer available, maybe we'll go ahead and do that, but until that happens, okay, so none of these buildings need fixed, and we have these in writing, not pre-production, but they're going to be going into pre-production soon. Are there any scripts that we can just do? An 8.0 isn't bad. Misalliance is okay. We could maybe just get that going. We could just do it. And we could stick... I want to save you two for my 2 big movies that I got coming up. Although Ralph Taylor only has 109 days left in his contract, so I am going to have to refresh that, but it's okay. Henry's misogynist, and we have a love interest in this. That's a male. Oh, look at that. Yep. This is a gay story. Well, then it works really well for a Henry Holt, doesn't it? You don't like women? Fine. We'll do a love story without women in it. Here you go. I don't think it's an 8.0. I'm not sure this is going to play a huge role here, but you do have 1. So why don't I go ahead and unlock that and give you a 4-star factory just to kind of keep this bumped up. So it might be a 9 later. Filming technology, all the same. And yeah, just give him everything. It's okay. This is a movie that will definitely pay for itself. Now, on the producer side of things, I don't know what is left in your contracts, but this guy's got plenty of time. And I think Dewey, 293 days left in your contract. I think we're going to put you to work here. And I might even be able to put you on a second movie if I hurry. No, because of the production time. So I won't be able to get a second movie out of you. Well, that's fine. We'll just put you on it anyway. Okay, for the director then, I'm thinking, let's look at the timers. 8 to 8:02. We got movies, a lot of days here. Bates is going to bring the popcorn score, but you, I think I want to uncap. You're 34 years old, and that's really great. I'd like to uncap you. I think I'd like to uncap Timothy too. Even though he's libidinous, he's got that leader perk. You can find it difficult to work on a team of equals. Okay. Not sure how that impacts the game, to be honest. Like, leader seems like it would be a good perk, but then it's wording it like it's going to be a bad perk if I'm putting him on, like, a really good team. So it's almost like I need to put this guy with a whole bunch of people that are lower than him is basically what that seems like. And he like, so this is a perk that based on how it's worded, kind of getting more into the analysis of things, right? Based on how it's worded, I'm thinking what this is he can improve movies. He can improve the performance of everyone below him. But if you put him on a team that are at his skill or higher, then he will underperform. That's kind of what that means to me, if I'm really trying to dig into it. So let's put Woodrow Rodriguez on this, I guess. That's fine. You're known for Cursed Deal, Evil Transformations, A Curse. This is a horror movie, after all. And we have Torture and Captivity. We don't have any curses, but it's a horror movie. It's not a drama. But I feel like with these perks, being well known for this, you should be able to handle a horror movie. And it's a comedy horror, but whatever. Cowboy. Let's get some people who... Now, I don't want to do Solomon because he's supposed to be getting uncapped here, so let's wait on that. Walter Carroll is basically capped, so he's not going to get any benefit from it. We can put Dick Williamson in here. I think that's a good role for him to get that because he's uncapped. The love interest in this, that's a tough one because you guys got to be ready for the other movie. So I might hire out. Let's see what kind of actors we got on the market here. Elmer Baker, Victor Schroeder is capped. Bobby is ridiculously expensive still. Bill Ramsey, you know, I need to uncap him too. Let's see what we can do about Bill Ramsey. I'm going to have you for 2 movies so that I can have you work this one and then uncap you and see what happens. Okay, so we're going to grab you here. And like, again, we have this newer talent, right? They're coming up here. 26 years old, 31 years old, right? If we scroll down, we'll probably get into our lower mid-20s. We got 24-year-old here, right? These are new people that you're going to have to train up. And you're going to have them for a long time. So like Jim Rhodes, for example, he's quite cheap. Richard Wolff, we could also uncap him. It says he's lazy, but also a team player. So that's not bad. It kind of cancels himself out there. Look at like Will Adams is 30, but he's already uncapped to here. So, I mean, there's definitely some value down here that if I was playing long term, I would want to get these guys, you know, get their contracts. Like find that new, fresh, young talent, right? Find the next big star. And look at this. This guy's a superstar already. 42 years old, but he's capped here. And he's very expensive. If he wasn't this expensive, I would get him. It might even be worth getting him anyway if I can uncap him. 42 though. He's going to bring the superstar power though. Like the superstar power is pretty good. And, you know, because he's working with the behemoth, I'm getting him for cheaper anyway. We'll get him for 2 movies as well. So I can go ahead and uncap him. And then I think I want somebody who's really young and has a hugely awesome future ahead of him. Like, look at this guy's hair. He's an alcoholic, but he's a perfectionist. Look at this guy's hair. Don Newman, 22-year-old. Like this kid's straight out of acting school. He thinks if he's got this hair, he'll be one of the Beatles, you know? Influential producer is giving me a little bit of credit, but I think I'm getting 2 movies. We'll get you in something, and then we can also uncap you at some point here, too. Obviously, I'm trying to cast for this current movie that I've got in front of me, so I'm thinking probably we go Conceited, Leland. He's 26. He's also expensive, man. Cheerful. Easily survives professional failures and withstands conflicts and difficulty with colleagues. This is almost useless to me. It's nearly useless to me right now because I've got so many things that make people happy that it just doesn't matter about their happiness. Yeah, I don't know about that. Almost useless. Johnny Hayes is very inexpensive. Very inexpensive. Let's get him. We can actually get him for this film. I'm going to get you for 5 movies. I intend to uncap you, but for now, we're just going to get you for this film. So the love interest is going to be Johnny Hayes. That's the movie you're going to be playing. I could do Tom Stone, too. That would bring the star power to this one. But I'm going to save you for the really big movie, right? I'm saving you for, like, the 10s. So we'll go like this. And I think, yeah, Bill Ramsey can be our love interest then. Brother in Arms, we can make that one be our new guy. Oh, you know what? You have 2 movies left. Again, just all these star powers possible. It's just going to drag the movie down a little bit, but, like, you're going to make so much more money. And then again, I got to get you in things to get you leveled up anyway. I uncapped you, so we got to do this. And then our patriarchal figure. That's, man, I don't think Charlie is the right guy. He's definitely the guy, but I want him for the bigger movies that are up and coming. So I'm gonna pass on that, I guess, too. Let's put Silvano, maybe Walter. Let's put Silvano in here. You're all right here. Actually, you're known for being a brother in arms, so why don't we swap you? You're established in this. It makes sense to put you in what you're established in. Which brings our antagonist kind of to be Leslie, but you know what? That's all right. You're 44. You're older anyway. You probably should be a patriarchal figure. Okay. Seems good. I like it. Let's go ahead and rock it. That took a lot longer to set up than I imagined, but I've started to get to the point now where the only thing really interesting to me is digging into the details and really fine-tuning and thinking about how I would build this story or how I would build these stories in real life. It seems to me like for me, that's like the thing that's most entertaining to me now, most fun to me now, because I've achieved everything else in the game pretty much. So that's kind of where I am here. So adding nudity to the code, the two biggest spenders are immediately after me. And I, of course, don't want anything added to the code. So like I'm going to have to drive some things in here. Probably going to overspend, but I have so much influence that I kind of don't care. So I'm going to put 1,500 into this, and with the assumption that GERNSTEIN can't possibly overdo that. Yeah. 783 though. He tried and failed. Okay, so we didn't get that, and we got some tricks that are working, and yeah, so I think maybe the film lab is something that I could look at getting repaired. As soon as we have everything printed, I can start doing that. Nellie Mueller is now well known, established for comedy because Oh Nellie's releasing, and Wendy Carpenter. Skill level has increased. There it is. Can't look at her dad. Can't look at her old work. Can't look at her dad. Can't look at her old work without a condescending smile. I was thinking about how she made her dad proud now, and it just kind of slipped out. Can't look at her dad. Wow. So 35 years old. She's now maxed out. Now we can put her as the widow for the war. That was, everything's falling into place. That's how I wanted to cast this movie, this Aftermath movie. I wanted to cast Wendy in that movie because that's going to be the movie, I think, where she wins her big award. We have an A+ with O'Nelly. It was, as the prophecy foretold, Bone Grender hates it, because why wouldn't he hate it? I guess. Or she. I guess I really don't know who it is. But we spent $2.6 million on this, and it is going to kick ass at the box office. I'm thinking this number goes to 10 million. Maybe more, like immediately. Oh, man, that's way less than I thought it would get. It only got 67% attendance. It's way less than I thought it would get. Oh, man. What happened there? I mean, we're going to have the word of mouth fall off, so it's going to drop slower. But it just means I didn't get the 100%. Even on an A+ Kino Mark score. That is interesting. Harley, I think I want you to finish this because in order to get experience faster, you kind of need to, you know, yeah, write something here. Huh? Let's get you, what's our synopsis looks like here? What do we have for you? Like, you're not that great of a writer, so I feel like getting you into these promising projects is probably better. You don't like adventure or horror. Well, I'm not going to have you write the adventure movie then. You can write the daring adventure on a tropical island movie, okay? I need to get you leveled up. Or, alternatively, I can just look to replace you with someone who's also uncapped. There might be another writer out there that is, like here we go, right? Jimmy Barker. We could just flat out replace you with Warren Day, but you're way more expensive. Yeah, I don't know about that. Herbert Ford, like, you're uncapped. You're a gambler versus arrogant. I think I'm okay with Jimmy Barker. He's a 9. He has a preference for detective movies. We can flat out get him. Let's do that. And you're basically costing me double what Harley was, but you're way better. So now that he's done with his project, we can swap him out. And that gives me now another writer by the name of Jimmy Barker. And now my lowest writer is a 7.0, and he's maxed. He's uncapped. So that's great. So now, Jimmy, you like detective movies. I don't have a detective script, but I do have mitigated horrors, which, again, is taking place in the Pacific, World War II. We want to do that because we can fill our theaters with things like this, right? That's the whole point. So I'm going to have you do this. It's 124 days. It's going to put me right up against the end of the year if I'm going to make that in time, but we will see. Hopefully our dirty tricks are going to bump these numbers up a little higher. 45%. So we're still getting a drop even with the dirty tricks. Oh, the dirty trick would take place. It would affect next week. Yeah, dirty trick would affect next week just now. Is it worth going and doing banquets anymore? Is it worth it? I feel like I want to go ahead and repair this for now. Let's get the repairs on that building for now. And then, yeah, it's only a 5% drop at that point. So it's helping a little bit. The ad effect is also starting to fall off, but I mean, we're making a lot of money. It's paying for itself. It's just underperforming from what I expected. I don't like the underperformance element of it. We did not spend enough money on this to get the behemoth perks. That's great. So you're not going to do super well compared to a lot of other films that do get the perk. You're not going to do super well. But if I release you on Memorial Day, maybe we can take enough steam away from these other movies to like get our Pollux award this year, right? Like we got to take some steam away from the other movies. So why don't I give you, let's say 20,000 or so would be fine there. Bring you down to 15 here. Let's go 12 here. I mean, 20,000 is more showings than Gernstein's going to have for any of his movies. And he has 2 at the same time here. Evergreen's probably going to get, if they go another one with 5 sunsets, probably not. Probably not. I don't know. Like everybody's a 7, 8.6. Like nobody has the people like we have. So the people that I have. So it's fine. We'll go like this. And it can release along 2 holidays too, which is pretty good, I guess. So let's go ahead and grab that. And this is good for young men, men and women. Okay. That's going to be here, I guess. Seems good. It'll be great, actually, for these. That's really good targeting, I think. And then as far as the dirty tricks go, I don't know if there's a whole lot in it because a lot of these guys won't do them. Edward will. Have you pay off somebody's debts. Or have us pay off somebody's debts, but it'll be you that's doing it. Like, it'll be me paying, but you will be the one on camera saying, ha, we helped him. You know, that kind of thing. All right. No losses. We spent an adequate amount of money, but it just did not raise up the way I wanted. Did I use my factory bonus on this for speed? I don't think I did. I could have. It was in the range, wasn't it? Oh, no. It needs to be between 5 and 7. It was 7.3. So I couldn't do it. It's fine. All right. Post-production maybe boosts it up. We'll see. I do want to get my editor in there. I didn't do that yet. Let's focus on that and get that done. So Annie, I want to get Annie to 10-star. I think Edgar's going to do this one then. We'll have you do the composing here. And I don't know whether or not... I still don't know if this is the better option or not. But let's get Annie into the thing to lift her up. So film school. I wonder if it being down like this, like if I fix it, right? I'm wondering if all processes in the building will be canceled. Well, that doesn't say pause. This is flat out canceled. So I think maybe we wait for everybody to be done. We're getting close. It's 103 days, I guess, on these two. But I'm okay with you being canceled, I think. So it's really just Opal. If I wait a month, I can see if Charlie's lifted. His limits are already lifted. It's just whether or not he's going to be a 9. And then Carol Brock might end up being a 10 as well. That'd be sweet. If we can get these 10s. I think we'll just let it go. I'm not going to bother fixing it for now. So experimental training is what we're going to do. And we want this for our editor, Annie. So we're going to see a 50% chance of lifting her ceiling. See if we can get her to 10. I know I said that, going from 9-star cap to a 10 wasn't that valuable, but that's for actors. I can replace them with things. I can put other people with them to help boost their performance and things like that. But for the editor, I think it can make a difference. I really do. That extra 9 to 10 thing I think 10 is really difficult to get. And the more, right at the last stage of the process, if you can get a 10-star on there, I think it could probably make a difference. We actually had a raise in viewership here, which is interesting. Percentage-wise? Anyway, I guess percentage-wise. I lowered it. So we didn't get a raise in viewership. We just got a raise. Like, I'm more accurate in my targeting is basically all that means. Okay, so we have another dirty trick that's going to happen here that will boost the next week. But for the most part, we're at, 41% of. So we're looking at, let's go 11.5 here. Then we'll go 9, and then we'll go to 8.6, and then we'll go down to 7.5. That word of mouth thing is really... There's a lot of weight in that. But getting 9.0 artistic score is very good. Long-term, very good. I like the behemoth bonus, but I really like the boutique bonus. Buffalo Breath. A new publication has begun writing about cinema, the exploits of the fearless conquistadors, the secrets of the pilgrims, the fragmented memories of the ancients. Delve the unsolved mysteries of America's past, present, and future in books, film, and the stage. Okay. No Losses is having a problem? Really? The composer is having an issue? Really? He's 32 years old. Oh, I thought he was having a heart attack or something. I didn't read it yet. The music for the film is so creepy. The film technician says he had a heart attack during the preview. That's exactly what this is then. So actually, this is a good event. He did such a good job on it that it made a high quality film. That's exactly what I wanted. Excellent. So that should probably be a 9 then. Because you came in there as a... Oh, no. Okay, this is the other one. But still, though, that's going to definitely raise the quality up. We should, get 6.5 on that artistic score then. Having a much better... Yeah. I like that a lot. Okay, so Miss Alliance, what's going on here? Oh, cinematographer. Okay. Yeah, I'm good with that. 9.0. I think you're capped, but it's all right. Let's get you for... We're going to go 5 movies. I'm just going to go movie contracts because I don't know how much longer I'm playing, guys. This might, like I said, this might even be the last video. I'm going to see what the requirements are for Act 2. And if they say that you have to start over, then I think this will just be the finale. I'm sorry about that, but I think this will just be the finale if that's the case. Because I really, I'm being transparent with you. I don't have a whole lot of interest in playing it till 1949 if I can't go to 1950. That's where I am on that. 62% here. So again, holding that really sustaining us for a long time. But now the advertising is over with. So 62% of 7,500. I'm just gonna put it at 4.5. I don't think it really matters if I'm super precise or anything here. We might get a bump. Who knows? Let's bring this down a little bit more. 21. We'll probably get 100% attendance on that last week, but it's good. I want to see where they are. All right, and then Day Before Yesterday is actually getting an A+. Still an 8.5 movie, though. Didn't get the boutique score, but it's all right. Now that we have 10 elements in our scripts, though, yeah. I mean, you guys wanted to see at least one 10-star movie, right? I mean, I think maybe this won't be the last video. Maybe we'll do one more. Maybe I'll just record one more when I'm done. I know I'm kind of talking a lot about video recording, and that's not really why you're watching this. I get it, but there's just that it's that thing where if we don't continue, I want you to really understand why, right? Is the idea. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take the guarantee here. Yeah, because you're at 7. I think again I'll take the guarantee to boost you up a little bit, and then Miss Alliance came in at 8. It slammed it. That score. No, it can't be the score. No. This is pre-production, not post-production. I'm mixing up my movies already, you see? I'm all distracted and whatnot. So you are at 9 and 8.2. Just get some security on this one, and away we go. Cool. So No Losses is the one that's going to get improved because of the score. Gave the guy a heart attack. How could you? How could you do that? Still repairing here, and yeah, we'll see what happens with the rest of these guys that are in there, and then I won't put any more in, and then we'll try to repair that building.